Hey everyone, I'm back from CES and man was that a good week. I'm super exhausted, my voice is kind of fading right now, but none of that matters. It was such a good time. I got to spend some time with some pretty cool folks from Handhelds United like Nelly. We also had the Silicon Fox, Digital Jedi Gaming, as well as Too Loud Tech. There was also a ton of other creators from the retro handheld scene like Stubbs, Base Derek, we had Scattered Brain, we had Sad Trick, and a bunch of others. I also spent a little bit of time hanging out with Scatterbrain and ETA Prime and just geeking out playing some arcade games. So definitely a great time to meet people and hang out. We also saw a lot of cool tech like the Onexplayer APEX, which I have here. I took a look at the Win 5 and a bunch of other devices. You know, some tech that was kind of cool, some that was a little bit weird, but great time overall. But that's not really the focus. Today's focus is the Onexplayer APEX. Now today's video is going to be a little different. Like I did get to go hands-on a little bit at the hotel. I was able to take it for a night. We actually took it out on the strip. We took a bunch of pictures, just had a great time. But we couldn't really test everything. So I want to talk a little bit more about the ergonomics. I'm actually going to get my wife to do that because she's going to talk about the smaller hands perspective and her personal perspective. I'll share a little bit about mine, but I'm also like used to handhelds. So we'll take a look at that. You might be wondering why I have the Apex here right now, and that's actually because Onexplayer allowed me to take this home. Now this is a prototype that I will be passing on to Nelly after. Nelly has the Super X right now that she took home as well. She has the Frostbay connector where she can really push it to the limit with the Super X. And I'm pretty sure with some of her testing, she's gonna be pushing it to the limit all week and really just getting that thing tested out. I have the air-cooled model, so I'm not going to be able to do that, but once I get my device, I'll also test it with the water cooler and push that one to the limit. But enough of that, let's take a look at actually what the ergonomics are like and what my wife's opinion is first. So I'm going to go find her in her room and we'll do some recording. All right, I've come to my wife's craft room here in her little office, and we're going to see what she thinks of the Apex and how it feels compared to some of the other devices here. So this is the handheld that my wife actually uses. This is hers. I bought this for her about a year ago. This is the F1 Pro from Onexplayer. And so far, she's really liked it. She said the ergonomics are pretty good. So, hun, why don't you try out the Apex here? Let me know what you think. This is with the battery attached. Just tell me what you think of it. How does it feel on first pickup? Like, how's the weight?
Oh, it's super heavy.
Is it something that you think you could play with, or is it a little bit too heavy for that?
I don't think I can play with this for a long time.
Okay. How does the controls feel?
Controller feels okay. Joystick feels good. D-pad is nice. One thing I noticed is for me it's a little tough to reach out to R1 and L1 a little bit.
Okay, let's see what you put your hands on there. Okay, yeah, so you're just like barely touching it. So for the weight, why don't you take off the battery? Let me know what you think if it's, once you take it off. You just have to pull those two clips there on the side. So without the battery, does that help at all?
Yeah, it's really lighter.
Okay, but does it feel like you could use it now, or is it still a little bit uncomfortable?
It's definitely better. It's lighter, but...
Okay, so just for the record or just for reference for everybody, here's my hands, like I would say medium to large, and here's my wife, like I can wrap around. So she has pretty tiny hands. So this is your main handheld, like what do you think of that one compared?
First thing is this is pretty.
Okay, yeah, it is a really nice handheld.
Yeah, joystick is nice and buttons pretty reachable, so I like it. And grip is pretty nice too.
Okay, so that one fits a little bit better in your hand. Mm-hmm. Okay, and that's a 7-inch device, so a little bit smaller. I do have another 7-inch device here, though. This is the Ally X. You've heard me talk about this. What do you think of that one? I know you've tried it before, but I just want to hear what you think now that you've tried these other ones.
It's too square-ish, so it's pretty uncomfortable to reach out to the triggers.
Is this one more comfortable than the Apex, though, or is it a little bit less comfortable?
Grip-wise, I should say Apex is more comfortable to me.
Okay, and how about the buttons? Like reaching them?
It's a pretty similar, but just like the feel I click, I prefer this one more.
Okay, you like the micro switches. Okay, and then how about this one? Like I know this one's a pretty comfortable device. This is the Legion Go S, also an 8-inch screen. This is one of my favorites of the feel. What do you think of it?
This one feels really good, especially the grip.
What about the
wise.
grip?
Like here, when I grip with my hand here, this one I feel really comfortable. I feel like I hold like PlayStation controller.
Okay, so just like thicker grips, I guess?
Yeah.
Okay, how about reaching the buttons? Is that an issue?
Reaching button is okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should say pretty similar feel as this feel as Apex.
Okay.
And yeah, in general, it's pretty comfortable. This one, even this is bigger, but yeah, this is pretty good.
Okay. So let's go through a rating system. So what would you rate the Legion Go S for comfort?
6.5.
6.5? Okay, not too bad. How about the Ally X? 3. Okay, so you really don't like that. What is it that you don't like? It's the...
It's more squarish.
Oh, okay, so you don't like the square look. Okay, how about the Apex with the battery on?
4.5.
Okay, and how about without the battery?
6.5 to 7.
Okay, it's pretty similar to the Legion Go S. And how about yours? What do you like? How about that one? What would you rate that one?
8.
8? Okay, that's pretty good.
My best grip is, to be honest, it's not handheld, but I should say PlayStation controller.
Okay, so you like that controller style.
So there you have it. That's my wife's perspective on the Apex as well as some other devices. To give a little context, she is a little bit critical on handhelds compared to myself, and that's totally cool. I wanted to hear what her perspective was on this device, and really for her, the weight seemed to be the thing that really pushed that rating down. She had a lot of trouble with the weight. However, when we take the battery off, like, it was better, but for someone with small hands, it was a little bit difficult to reach those bumpers. They tend to sit quite high up, and her fingers were, I think, only going about halfway around. Now for me, I'll talk really quickly about mine. So with the battery on, for me, doesn't seem to bother me. Like, I've used 10-inch handhelds, and this seems to fit, like, I would say close in that category. Like, recently I reviewed the Absolute 3D one, and this feels to be, just from the feel, very, I would say, similar to that. And I don't really have an issue with that. When you take off the battery, though, that's where this thing, like, it almost feels like a toy. It's super light. Like, it feels, I would say, closer to like a Nintendo Switch 2, you know, maybe somewhere around the Steam Deck OLED. So, like, pretty decent. As far as the ergonomics, I'm going to speed run it because I have talked about this in my last video. You can check that one out. It's in the title card right above here. And I'm also going to link it in the description as well as at the end. So the controllers are, I would say, pretty comfortable. Like, I find the grips to be a nice size. They fit well for large hands. There's also, like, my fingers here kind of line up perfectly with the buttons. So if I want to press the back buttons, it's really just, they're just right there. The joysticks do feel pretty good. Like, they have a larger head than, let's say, the F1 Pro, but I would say they're quite similar to something like the Legion Go S. The buttons, they've gone with micro switches on this one, which feel really good. The triggers feel pretty good. Like, they're a decent range of motion. If you turn on the trigger stop, then you get a nice short throw, which is good if you want to play something like a first-person shooter and don't need that full range of motion. As far as the button placement, like, it feels comfortable to me. Some people may have different opinions, but I find that the reach between the buttons and the joystick isn't too bad. The joysticks feel like a decent range of motion, let's say, compared to my F1 Pro, which is a little bit smaller, but they're not quite as tight. They're not loose, but they're decent. Like, I would have no real complaints about it. I do wish that maybe they were a little bit tighter, like the, let's say, the Ally X or the Xbox Ally X. All right, so let's take a look at the size and the screens here. So if you put the Apex beside the Legion Go S, like, you can see they're actually very close in size. They're both 8-inch devices, but the Legion Go S is just a little bit wider. As far as the height, they're pretty much the same. And the thickness, as far as that goes, like, they're about the same when you don't consider the battery, but it does obviously get a little thicker once you add that battery on there. The screens, though, are, you know, that's another story. So the Apex here does have a superior screen as far as colors and brightness to the Legion Go S. Although the Legion Go S screen is still fairly nice, it's just not quite as, I would say, as vibrant or bright. If we compare it, though, compared to last year's Onexplayer, which is the F1 Pro, you can see that the screen it's just a lot brighter. It's more vibrant. This is OLED versus an IPS display, so it's not really a fair comparison. Here we have 7 inches versus 8, and the size difference of the devices is quite substantial. Like you can see that we're quite a bit wider as well as a lot taller. We also have the 16 by 9 aspect ratio versus the 16 by 10, so quite a bit of a change here. And then the last device I'll show you against is the ROG Ally X, which has, I would say, the dimmest screen of the bunch. I'll quickly switch it here to be the same background just so that it looks the same. And when we take a look at that, like you can see that it's quite a bit dimmer. It's also quite a bit smaller. Like the width, we have at least, I would say, like maybe 3/4 of an inch. The height is quite a bit different. Now the Ally is kind of the bezel king. Like we have this big bezel at the top and the bottom, which makes it a little bit closer than it should be because this is an 8-inch device, but it's actually not that much taller. Like if you put them on top of each other, you can see that it's maybe, I think this is roughly lined up. It's maybe like a centimeter taller, which is really not that much considering you're going up like a full inch. All right, now we're going to take a look at the speakers and compare them to the ROG Ally X as well as the Legion Go S. We'll try that first, and then we're going to move over and try the fan noise. So I'm going to try this at 30 watts to see how it compares to the ROG Ally X. And then after that, I'm going to go up by 10 watts at increments and show you exactly how loud the fan is. I will have to turn up the volume to make it so you could hear it, but I'll have a sound meter that you can take a look at, and you really like use that as the gauge and listen to the audio to hear what kind of fan noise it is, like whether it has a whistle or whether it's just air blowing. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, first we'll try out the Ally X and see how it does. All the clips were adjusted to be a little bit louder at the exact same amount, so hopefully that's accurate. Just let me know if there's another way you'd like that tested. I'm also going to be doing a lot more testing with this device. For performance, I'm going to showcase that on my secondary channel, the OK-ish Gamer. Subscribe to it if you haven't yet. You can find that on my YouTube homepage or link down below. A little bit of a spoiler, I haven't had a chance to like go through too many games yet or really record it, but my impressions of it is this thing is pretty freaking impressive. Like it's got some top level performance. But we'll get to those tests later. If there's other things that you want me to test out while I have this prototype, I have it for about like 2 weeks before I trade with Nelly for the Super X, let me know and I'll do my best to test them. I have opened it up and taken a look inside, but that'll be for another video. So let me know in the comments what you'd like to see, or if there's things that you'd like to see shown a little differently. That's pretty much going to wrap it up for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching.